Should a guy pay for your Uber home after going on a date? There's no such thing as a free lunch, so you know, no one's going to take you to this nice place for free. Like, there is something that you're giving in return. Hey guys, oh, my hands are so sticky. I was like thinking 5 times about making this video, just purely because I don't want this person to ever like stumble upon this. Like, this is just so awkward, but it's content. That's why I'm making it, not because I'm obsessed with you, because it's content. But if you couldn't tell from the title, get ready with me for a Hinge date. I'm not gonna upload this until like weeks later because I'm just so but this might not be about them. I could have gone on other Hinge date. You just don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna do a get ready with me because I think I talk about like relationships in my channel a lot. So, you know, 2022 is a year of going on dates. So I've just done my hair. I could have filmed it. Guys, the way you tie your hair up slick is you don't just tie it up in one go. You tie it up in sections. So first I did this section and I just tied a tight like hair bubble whatever to the side, just kind of like a pigtail, so it's easier to work with smaller sections. So I sleeked that. I used the Got to Be. So Got to Be is really great at keeping your hair tame, but your hair does need to be blow dried, and then you just need to make sure you really brush it through with like a hard bristle brush. And then I also used gummy, but I already had gummy in because I had cane rosin, so it made it easier. I didn't need to use too much to help just like slick it down. So yeah, I think I've got about like 5 hair bubbles like in my hair, and then at last I just use a scrunchie just to tie all the hair bubbles together, just to make sure it's super tight and slick. And it's really great like this. So it really damages your hair so if you just tie it up in one go, because part of your hair grows in one direction and then in another, you know, it doesn't all naturally fall in the same way. So it's better just to tie up in sections. And then I just have 2 hair grips in. So I'm actually so happy and pleased about this. Honestly, I haven't really thought about the date. I've just kind of just been like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just like, okay, let me just go get it over and done with. And then I've got things to do today. I think it's because I've got loads of other things to do that it's just like not my main thing in my head. I got this blush yesterday from Revlon because I ran out of one. My favourite blushes are from the Body Shop. But actually no, I got this when I went to London. But the Body Shop was not close by. So I have no idea if this blush is actually really pigmented or not. I really don't think it is. I've just like swatched it and it's not giving me what I normally like to have. So I've moisturised my face already. I just had a look at the camera, like played back my last scene, and I look shocking, so that's fun. And then I also got a really light concealer collection, Lasting Imperfection. When I went to London, I was just like, oh, I don't want to spend way too much on like designer concealers. As much as I like them, they run out so fast. So I'm now wearing the Revolution Illumination Glow. Okay, let's talk about this. Should a man be paying on the first date? Okay, so first of all, here's my thing on it. This is how I am. I normally never go on dates with people that I don't know mutually. I don't know through a circle. I don't know through, you know, I don't go on dates with complete strangers. Therefore, I feel comfortable like not even offering to pay and just like letting them pay whatever, because like, you know, they know me, whatever, and they've had the time to get to know me, so they should already trust me. Do you know what I mean? I think some guys go 50-50 in the beginning because they don't know the girl, but like if you already know me, like there's no reason what we're waiting for. Do you know what I mean? But something like this situation, I don't know the person. They could be crazy, they could be psycho. I'm not sure of their intentions. Just to be safe, I just will probably offer to pay my half because I don't really know you, and it's just like a meeting. So that's like my thing on it. If you guys don't mind and don't care, that's fine, but for me it's just for safety purposes. I honestly just feel like I don't want to owe someone anything, like, because I don't know you. I don't know your perspective on stuff like that. I don't know his perspective on, you know, if she doesn't pay then she owes you with this or that. You know, you don't know who you're dealing with, and I think it's very important to just be like just cautious. So just if you don't know someone at all, like just offer your half. That's just my thing on it, because yeah, and I'm also 21, so, and I've never been on a Hinge date, so I'm kind of like, maybe if I get comfortable with them in the future, then I just will be like whatever, because I'll maybe be able to suss out like the weird people from the not so weird people. So yeah, but I'm not comfortable, so I'm just gonna offer to pay my half. Always make sure you can afford the place you're going to as well. You never want to make someone feel like, you know, they're fully, well, you can make them think they're fully in control, but you need to make sure you can afford where you're going to. Again, it's just safety and just making sure that you're looking after yourself. Like, you know, if you're picking a meal, that's if you're picking a meal that's like, I'm all for women in hypergamy by the way, but if you're picking a meal that's like £80 and you have literally £100 left in your bank account, just make sure, I don't know, borrow money from someone before you go, just in case. Like, you just don't know, just prepare for the worst, because if that person makes you pay for that and they ask you out on a day and your thing is like they should pay, then you don't need to see them again. But if they make you pay and you literally don't have any money except from that £80 in your bank, and you're going to be really, really cross, and you might not even want to really pay for your own half because you won't be able to afford to pay for your own half. So just protect yourself and make sure you've got your own. Just don't try and use cheat codes or cheat ways to live lavish if it's just not something that you can afford. Or like, if you want it to be something that you can afford, do it in a moderation, the way that matches your bank account or whatever, so you're not going bankrupt. But don't rush to just quickly rely on like a man to be able to do it for you, because you may find yourself in trouble and with problems that, I don't know, I personally wouldn't want to be in. So this is Huda Beauty Foundation. So yeah, so my thing is, like, if I know you, like, there's just no reason that we should be going 50-50. Actually, I wouldn't go 50-50. There should be no reason that I should be paying my own half. I wouldn't be going 50-50 on the first date. I don't know you. But if I know you, there's no reason why we should be going 50-50. There's no reason why I should be paying my half. You know me. Like, what are you cautious about? Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm a bit like, But okay, but if I don't know you, then, you know, it would really be nice if you paid, because you asked me out first of all. I'll be a bit if you didn't. But I am gonna offer to pay my half, because at the end of the day, I don't know you, so I don't know what to expect. And people say all sorts of things on text and stuff, but in real life it's always different. So yeah. So I'm putting the Kat Von D foundation on. This is one of the best brushes I got from Zoeva Petite Face Definer. I love this foundation brush. I miss having concealer. I'm so glad I got my concealer back, because there's just no way that I was able to live without. Like, if you look at photos of me that I took without concealer on, I haven't even posted them. They just I look scary, honestly. So yeah, there really wasn't enough dark shades. I think this is like the second darkest shade there was in the shop, which is really scary, because this is literally white. Collection concealer is great, but again, there's really not much in it, but it's cheap, so, you know, I'd rather get a concealer that doesn't have much in it that's cheap than expensive. Okay, so today it's due to rain. So yeah, that is my opinion on paying on the first date. Let's move on to something else. This is not coming out looking like how I thought it would. Coffee dates. Let's talk about them. So it's kind of like the same philosophy again. Like, if I don't know you like at all, and I've never even met you before, like, I don't want to be sat down in a 5-star restaurant. Like, now when I actually think about it, but I don't know, I feel like if I was older, I would think differently, because if I'm older, most likely I've been through loads of relationships, and I just want to see if the man can give what, provide what I need, to be honest. You know, you don't have time to waste. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like if you're under 25, like, you don't know the guy and you want to go to a 5-star restaurant with him and you want him to spend all this money and you actually have never met him before, like, that's scary, man. I don't know you. Like, I'm a very skeptical person, so I honestly, if someone said let's meet for coffee, I honestly would be like, yeah, sure. Like, it's, if he's a flipping psycho, or like if he has weird morals or like opinions on things, I could literally gulp that coffee down and be ready to go. Do you know what I mean, guys? If you don't know someone, like, why do you want to go to a nice restaurant if you don't know them? You can go to a nice restaurant, but you can just get drinks or something. Like, oh my gosh, concealer makes all the difference. I'm so grateful to the Lord that I have concealer back, because I looked so bad without it. So yeah, like, that's my thing. Like, seeing all these high value women, and I'm like, I agree with the movement, but like, if I don't know you, I don't want to go to a 5-star restaurant. I'll be very skeptical. Why do you want to do that when you don't know someone? My opinion would be like, most likely do with many other women. So it's like not impressive. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're so quick to give so much. What are you hiding? Do you know what I mean? If someone's going to take you to such a bougie place, what are they why are they doing that? Why are they quick to show you that they have all this money? Is it a distraction? Like, you have to think about that. Like, is it a distraction for something else? Like, I would genuinely be like a cause of concern. They want to take you and they don't even know how you are as a person. They haven't even like vetted you to see if you're like crazy or to see if you're like the right fit for them, but they're willing to splash all this money. For me, it just sounds like someone who either has more money than sense, or someone who has a very, very bad deal, wants to give you a very, very bad deal, meaning maybe they don't really have a great personality, maybe they're really not a great partner, and the only thing that they have is money, and money is just a great distraction from that. And it's a way of them making their bad behavior excusable. Do you know what I mean? It's a way of them, oh well, you know, if I treat all the girls I go on dates with really nicely, like, I mean, I take them on really nice expensive dates and stuff, like, I can't be the bad person. Like, why are they doing this? So you just have to really question everything. Like, I'm part of some of these chats and I'm seeing this girl be like, oh yeah, you know, went on my first date here, went to this 5-star hotel. My thing is, if a guy has money, why would he be so quick to show it if he's a genuine guy? Unless he wants to go with who's just interested in him because of his money, because he has nothing else to offer. Like, those are the questions that I would be asking. Like, okay, this is great that he has all this money, but I'm really hoping this is not all that he has to offer, because that's just really embarrassing and I'm not here for that. And sometimes we excuse bad behavior because we're unable to see it. There's so many things flashing before our eyes, you know. Like, if you're in a 5-star hotel or in a 5-star restaurant, it might be easier to dismiss the bad behavior because you're so busy trying to have a good time and being stimulated by I don't know, the nice decor or the nice food and stuff. But yeah, I definitely feel like, you know, if this guy knows you before, has known someone that knows you before, whatever, you've known each other for a long time and he takes you out to a nice 5-star place first for the first date, like, I'm not questioning that, but it's just when someone doesn't know anything about you or anything, just like question it still. You can go, but question it still. Don't be naive. Like, there's no such thing as a free lunch. So, you know, no one's going to take you to this nice place for free. Like, there is something that you're giving in return, and that's what scares me, because like I said, being a skeptical person, just by nature, I'm just very curious, so that might come off as skepticism. Like, I'm going to want to know, what does this person want in return? And most likely it's something that's you wouldn't give if you went to get something. Like, it's normally something that isn't worth giving in return for nothing. So, like, bad behavior, mistreatment, cheating, you know, people are not going to put up with that. Well, some people will, but I know a lot of people. What makes cheating excusable? Oh, you know, he funds my lifestyle. Oh, you know, I can't really think of anything else. Besides fund my lifestyle. But do you know what I mean? Like, it's really nothing. Okay, so thank you, listen. Guys, I look so good. Oh my gosh, like I'm actually like I'm insanely cute. I shouldn't have done that because I'm sleeping. But yeah, no, like, you just have to think about stuff like that. And I just think a lot of these people, they just don't tell you to think about that stuff, because I was thinking about that stuff the other day. Like, why would someone be doing all this stuff for free? Like, what do they want in return from me? It's most likely something I would not give unless they were to give something extraordinary or something. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm making any sense. I need to respond to this person. I don't know why this keeps sticking that together. So this place that I'm going to, it's quite a cheap restaurant. Again, like, I don't know the person. I'm not gonna pick somewhere really expensive, especially if I end up paying as well for myself. That's just embarrassing. I didn't need to go for that meal. I would have rather gone to an expensive restaurant with my friend if I'm gonna end up having to pay. I feel like I'm putting too much blush on, but I literally am blind. I can't see what I'm doing. So what's the next question? What should we talk about next? Okay, so should a guy pay for your Uber home after going on a date, or a taxi home? Again, like, I think if you want that, that's definitely fine. But again, I'm just thinking the type of men that are going to do that on the first date, the type of men that are probably so high maintenance, and I just don't want to be doing that. But also, it depends on context. If you guys are meeting somewhere that's far away from where you live, and he knows that, and you stated that, and he insists on paying for your taxi or your ride home because of that, I think that's definitely fine. But if you don't even live far from the place and he's just paying for it to be nice, again, like, I am going to be cautious. I am going to ask to pay back. Some guys are just generally like that and generally generous, but it takes time to know if someone's actually just generous and they don't expect lavish things. Sometimes you can just tell by the way someone carries themselves. But if you meet them and they're very like braggy, or go on things that they've done and money that they've made, and they're offering you a ride home, it's just to stroke their ego. It's just ew. So again, it just depends on the person. You just need to take your time to get to know someone first. Don't just be so easily accepting or opening of all these offers from these men. Like, you haven't had to commit or like do or like get to know them for them to do that, unless you're meeting with like a world class. Don't let these men think that they can just buy you, because then some of them might actually be trash and think, okay, I can just buy her. You know, I can act like the terrible person I am as long as I buy her this and get her that and do that. Like, make it really hard for a guy to buy you. So it's his character and his personality, that's what has to do the work, not his pockets in the bank. And I definitely think that makes it more of a challenge, because it's definitely easier to just spoil a girl with gifts, presents, money, whatever, than to improve yourself internally. It's definitely easier to get money and then use that as a way to get girls, than to work on yourself and be a great person and be a great partner and be able to hold down a partner and be supportive and stuff like that. It's definitely easier just to get the money, so just assess that. Gosh, I forgot to stop the camera. Oh my gosh, I look so good. No, actually, it's actually quite, I actually look so, oh my gosh. Okay, so he went out last night, so we can do 1:30. Okay, let's let me have a look. Let's do this. Oh my gosh, I look so good. It's actually really, it's a crime. Okay, it's a crime. It's really a crime. I need to now pick an outfit. I was gonna make a TikTok video, but I have no idea what video to make. I wanted to create a video of creating Anna Davies outfits, and I think I've got time to, because yeah, so we're gonna try and do that. I just don't have the energy. And then afterwards we'll pick the date night outfit idea. I'm hoping doing this video will help me think of what I can wear that's also appropriate for the weather.